welcome back to Book Talk with Meg. My name is Megan for those of you who don't know. Hi, welcome, hope you stick around. If you decide to, do not forget to click the subscribe button down below. It'll notify you when I upload new videos, which I am working to be more consistent about. If you guys are new to my channel, hi, I make book videos if you didn't understand by the background. Today I'm here with my May book haul. Grab some food, grab some snacks. It's going to be a long one. Haven't bought this many books this year. This is probably my biggest haul yet. I have new releases, older books, books I got for review. So without further ado, let's hop on in. The first two books I'm going to talk about I have previously mentioned in my book haul I had made about a month ago, and these books are Stolen Songbird and Warrior Witch, both by Danielle L. Jensen. These books I have not heard much about on BookTube, but basically they are a fantasy series revolving around this girl, Cecile, who is kidnapped by trolls and who is trying to escape until she understands that they are basically having a rebellion and that they believe that she is going to help them break a curse which they were given. I've heard about a few booktubers talk about this series, and everyone seems to love the first book very much, as well as the rest of the series, but usually the first book is the strongest in my opinion, and in the opinion of a lot of people. So I got these two books, very excited, they look beautiful, and this is the first, this is the third. The second book is Hidden Huntress, which I have hauled in my other video, and I will link it down below. The next book I got for free, and it is The Challenge of Diversity by Walter Johnson. This book is a sociology book which my sister had to read for school and wanted to keep because it is something that is of interest to me, and I want to kind of cultivate myself more about the subject. And basically it discusses on the author's experiences and just society as general, and the challenges of diversity, as the title mentions. I don't know when I'm going to get to this, but I feel like it's a book I'm going to read a little bit at a time. Another book I got for free is this bad boy, which is I've Got You Under My Skin by Mary Higgins Clark. This book I've been wanting for a very, very, very long time, ever since I read Cinderella Murderer, which is both of these books are part of the same series, and it is a series that involves our main characters who basically run a TV show that tries to resolve cold cases. I loved Cinderella Murder, so I was looking forward to this, and I found this book in a kind of like box where you can drop off books and then you can take books, and it's just like a bookish exchange, I guess. And I was so happy to see this because the hardcover for this book is $32, which is ridiculous. I would not have paid it, but I'm very, very happy to have this in my hands, and I think I might review these because they are something a lot of people know about. Next book I have is a surprise to me because it's something I wanted to read for a while, but I've never really had the courage to pick it up until now, and that is Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice. This is a classic. I told myself I wanted to read a few of them this year. I don't really own any on my shelf, so I decided to pick it up. I got this tiny edition and the font is very small, but I didn't want to pay full price for a book, so I got this for like $5 on Book Depository. I don't think I need to explain Pride and Prejudice. It is a classic, and I'm very excited to pick it. Next book probably a lot of you know about, but I was unsure of the plot until recently. Reagan on Peru's Project talked about this book, and I am one to listen to recommendations that she gives, and that is The Iron Trial by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. Cassandra Clare, the author of the Shadowhunter Chronicles. This book is part of a fantasy series. It is middle grade, and it follows our main character who has to pass this magic test and desperately wants to fail because he doesn't want to be enrolled in this kind of magic school, and his dad has warned him, like, do not do it. He doesn't really want to have anything to do with magic. And then he kind of fails at failing, therefore he is admitted to that school, and I guess it takes off from there. From the way Reagan was talking about this book, it looks absolutely amazing, and I think I'm going to want to binge read the entire series once I finish this book. And I got it for like $3 off Amazon, and it's like in perfect condition, so I am very pleased with this find, and it kind of makes me think of Harry Potter a little bit, so bonus points for that. Now on to the May releases. I have quite a few. Usually I don't buy this many like new books, but I got a lot of them for good prices. The first one is Camp Half-Blood Confidentials. I don't know if I've hauled this one before or not, but I decided to put it again in case. This is basically just your real guide to the Demigod training camp, and it is a companion book to the Percy Jackson. It's a bunch of like short stories and quirky little things that is narrated by Percy Jackson. Percy Jackson, I love what I've read from his narration style, and they're always super funny, so this is something I'm going to fly through and probably really enjoy. The next book, again by Rick Riordan, and again I don't know if I hauled or not, so I'm hauling again, and that is The Trials of Apollo, which is the Dark Prophecies, the second book. I started reading this, I was about 50 pages in, and I was so confused because I read The Hidden Oracle, which is the first book in the series, last year, and like I was peeing my pants. It was so funny, but I kind of forgot the first book, so I'm going to reread that before I hop onto this, but I'm so happy I have this in my hands. I've been really anticipating this, and it's beautiful. I just love everything Rick Riordan, so I'm very happy this came out. The next two books, again, are part of a series, and I found both of them at Costco, and I was very surprised too because one of them literally released this month. And these are P.S. I Still Love You and Always and Forever Lara Jane. And these are both by Jenny Han and are part of the To All the Boys I've Loved Before trilogy. These are contemporary books. I have not read the first one yet, but from what I understand, it is the story of our main character who had written like love letters to every guy she's ever loved, but has never sent them out. It was just more like a therapy thing, like you know how you express your feelings. But then one day they're all sent out and she has to live with the consequences of that. I have not read these synopses because I don't want to spoil myself, but a lot of people have seemed to love these contemporary books, even those who aren't really fans of contemporary. It made me want to pick them up even more, and these books are beautiful without their dust jacket. Second to last physical book I have to show you is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. I don't think I need to explain this. It is part of the Court of Thorns and Roses series going on. I have not read them yet, but this book was cheap, so I got it. There's so much hype around the series that I know once I read them, I'm gonna like read all of them. The only last physical book I have, I got today, and I'm so happy. And I've been reading The Mortal Instruments and catching up with everything Cassandra Clare, so I got Lord of Shadows, which is the second book in the Dark Artifices series, which the first book too is Lady Midnight, but I want to read the rest of everything Shadowhunter because that's what you're supposed to do to understand. This book is absolutely huge. Little story time, super quick. Yesterday was supposed to be the day it released, and the day I got it in the mail. I see the mail person come, I'm like, yes, the book! I run outside, grab the mailbox, and when I open it, the book's not there. There's just these little papers that you need to like go get the book the next day because this book was too big to fit in my freaking mailbox. So I had to wait because this thing is too hefty to fit in my actual mailbox. So I got it a day late and was super sad and disappointed yesterday when it didn't actually come in. Now on to the actual like Kobo books I have received. Again, I'm going to make a video out of this, but I applied for some books on NetGallery, which is a book website where you can, if you have either a blog, a YouTube, you can basically sign up for free and you can request to review books. And I got a few of them, which I'm only going to talk about briefly because obviously most of them are not out yet. The first book is called As You Wish by Chelsea Sidoti. So the first book I got is As You Wish by Chelsea Sidoti, and from what I get from this premise, it follows our main character who lives in this very small town, and although this is a small town, the character kind of doesn't want to leave because everyone in that town gets a wish, and that wish comes true. Some people wish for money, some people wish for love, but the main character has kind of seen how all of these wishes kind of damage people as well, and the whole story goes from there. It is a very interesting premise to me. I feel like it's going to be a contemporary with more emotion. I will be reviewing this, and it comes out only in 2018, so obviously the review is going to be up much later, but there will definitely be one on my YouTube. The next book I have is Across the Darkling Sea by Kay Farron, I believe is how you pronounce that name. And this book is the first in a series, and it is kind of more of a fantasy magic book, where the premise of this book is that our main character lives in this town where magic is forbidden, and that never stopped the main character from going about until that character finds out it is magic, and she kind of has to run. Her mom tried to kill her, everyone she knows has tried to kill her, so she kind of finds herself on this kind of dark and creepy island, and everything goes from there. I really, really, really love books that revolve around magic, and it being forbidden is always a great plot in my opinion, so I'm very looking forward to that book as well. I also got Called Out by Jen Doyle, and this book is the second book in a series. I own the first one, I have not read it yet. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I feel like it's the type of book that if you know too much about, you'll just literally like spoil the whole story for yourself. So I'm going to leave it at that. I can link the synopsis down below if any of you guys are curious, but it is more of a sports romance, and it revolves around baseball. I absolutely love, 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 love baseball. It's my favorite sport. So obviously if you blend romance, baseball, you got me. And the final book I'm going to talk about is One of Us is Lying. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know it's probably my most anticipated book of like the entire year. I've been wanting this book so bad. It's like a mashup of The Breakfast Club and Little Liars. It's going to be epic. The plot basically is about 5 teenagers who are in detention. Only 4 come out, and you kind of have to know who's lying, who killed, who did it. And it sounds like an amazing premise, and I was so happy that I got it on NetGallery. I texted my sister, I texted my friends, I was like, I can't believe I got this book. I've been wanting it for so long, and I'm going to be able to bring it with me on vacation, which I am super grateful for, and the review will be coming up as soon as I possibly can, because I feel like a lot of you guys would like this book. On that note, it was my haul. Tell me what you guys are reading and buying in the months that have come and went, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!